The Walmart on Jefferson Highway in New Orleans. I go shopping. Well, I'm doing. So I want y'all to click on his video and go watch the full thing. But he is basically talking about how women are getting snatched up outside of Walmart. So one, I am from Terrytown, Louisiana, which is across the river of New Orleans. And every time I have went to the Walmart across the river to the one that he's talking about, it always poured down raining. I want you to keep that in mind. I'm talking about it always, and it wasn't like a little bit of rain. And what's funny is that it's always sunny when I go in, and when I come out, it's pouring down rain. I'm talking about it's so heavy that it's puddles so high it looked like it been raining for hours. And when I say hours, I mean like I remember vividly that I was telling this lady that every time I come to this Walmart, for some reason I have on gray, and my gray goes from bright to dark because like the water drenches it. And every time I notice it, I try to pay attention to like who's around or if it's something that spirit want me to pay attention to. And it's just like I'm never really noticing in the moment if there's something else that God's want me to have my eye on. But one thing that I did notice about working at Walmart, I worked at Walmart in I think it was 2022, I think, for a little bit, because I was needing an extra job, so I picked up one a few shifts at night time, about 4 or 5 hours, just so I can have like money to put towards like a saved investment. I need to have some type of money to where it's not going towards anything, because the rest of my money was just going towards a lot of other things that I was building. So I was like, I need some money set aside to where it can just be for savings, just like for nothing, to have it for a rainy day or if needed, or if I just randomly want to dive into a little extra funds, whatever the case may be, right? So I wanted a store that I mostly go to like a lot. And at the time, it was Walmart. Now, I wasn't in Louisiana at this time. I had moved out of town into a whole nother state. But when it came down to the security in Walmart, I did a whole nother story time on how this lady basically told me that a guy was following her. And I told my manager, and that's when I found out that Walmart has undercover security. So, security people who are in civilian clothes with no uniform on, and basically they walk around. Some of them will pretend like they're shopping to try to catch other people stealing, right? Or to steal the people. So basically she noticed it because she was like, the guy didn't have a buggy. Like he didn't have anything, but he kept appearing on the aisles with her. And when somebody's trying to watch you and they like turn away last minute, when you look at them, it's like so obvious, right? So she was like, she was just really afraid, so it made her kind of speed up her shopping. And she told me that basically she's like a stay-at-home mom, so every Sunday what she would do is she would go in Walmart and she would just take her time in Walmart and, go down every aisle slowly and just get things that she may need, or, restock for the house. Or most of the time, like she said, she just wanted a getaway from home, away from the kids, and Walmart was like her safe space. So like if you're a regular, we don't really pay attention to it, that much, or think that you have like bad intentions. But she just noticed that she was getting followed. And that is when my manager told me that the missing posters that they put up in Walmart are children that went missing out of the back of Walmart. That's why they had the toys in the back of Walmart, so it was easier to kind of get them, because most of the time in the back it will be a bathroom and some toys. A lot of Walmarts now have moved the toy section kind of towards like the side of the store, and not all Walmarts have bathrooms in the back. Or if they do, it'll be kind of by like the electronics almost, so kind of somewhere like surrounded by cameras. But even when I worked at Walmart, it was still some parts of the store that even employees weren't allowed to go. And I remember this one guy had went into one of the areas to eat his lunch, he say, and they fired him. Also, I remember when I was like 8 years old, there was like this group. It was two men and one woman. They were putting on clown masks, going around kidnapping people in vans. So like we're living in a day now where you have to be extremely careful. Carry some pepper spray, some a taser. Should get a gun at this point. It's really much needed. Be aware of your surroundings. Also be mindful with Uber and Lyft, because those people be like traffickers. They will purposely get by you to try to be the person to drive you somewhere just so they can kidnap you.